Today what we're going to be working on are exterior angles of polygons and then finding measures of interior and exterior angles of regular polygons. So yesterday we talked about the sum of the interior angles of a polygon, and that changes with the number of sides, but the sum of the exterior angles is always 360. So these angles on the exterior, no matter how many there are, will add up to 360 always. So if we look at this example here, these four angles here, 89 plus 85 plus x plus 2x, has to equal 360. So then we can solve this by combining our like terms. So 89 plus 85 is 174 plus 3x equals 360. We'll subtract 174 from both sides. So 360 minus 174 is 186. So 3x equals 186. Then we'll divide both sides by 3. And x is equal to 62 degrees. So just remember, exterior angles always add to 360 degrees. Now, taking that step a little bit further is if we want to find the measure of an interior and exterior angle of a regular polygon. The key for both of these formulas is regular, where all the sides are the same. You take the sum of the interior angles and divide by how many sides there are. And then for exterior, you take 360 and divide by how many sides there are. So let's look down here. It says find the measure of an interior angle and an exterior angle of the regular polygon, regular n nonagon. So n is equal to 9. So for the interior angles, we're going to do 9 minus 2 times 180, but then divide that by 9, because we're trying to find the measure of an angle, one of them, in a 9-sided shape. So again, if we use parentheses, we can type this all in at once. So 9 minus 2, close parentheses, times 180, and we can divide that by 9, and we get 140. So each angle in a regular 9-sided shape, a nonagon, is 140 degrees. Now, for exterior angles, it's always 360 divided by the number of sides, and we get 40. Now, what I want you to pay attention to is that when we do problems like this, when it's a regular shape, the interior angle and exterior angle should add up to 180 degrees. Well, 140 plus 40 is 180 degrees. So then moving on to the next one, a regular pentagon. Pentagon is a 5-sided shape. So 5 minus 2 times 180 divided by 5. So if we type that into the calculator, 5 minus 2 times 180 divided by 5, we get 108 degrees. So each angle in a regular pentagon is 108 degrees. Now you may be able to say, well, if I know that they should add up to 180, then I can just say the exterior angle has got to be 72, because 180 plus 72 is 180 degrees. Well, we should be able to still divide it out using the formula, because what if I only ask you for the exterior angle? And again, these two add up to 180. Right now, example 7 says find the value of n when each interior angle of a regular n-gon has a measure of. So what this is saying is that if each angle is 171 degrees inside of the shape here, this pentagon or this polygon, how many sides does it have? Well, a way we can do this is by taking this, say 171n equals 180n minus 360. Okay. And notice that it's 171, 171, and this part will always stay the same for these problems, always stay the same. So now we can solve this. We can subtract 180n from both sides. So what that gets us is negative 9n equals negative 360. And when we divide both sides by negative 9, n is equal to 40. So this is a 40-sided shape. Now for letter B, we're going to do 162n equals 180n minus 360. Subtract 180n from both sides. So we get then at this point negative 18n equals negative 360. And then we divide both sides by negative 18. N is equal to 20. So this is a 20-sided shape. So the confusing part about this lesson and yesterday's lesson is going to be knowing when to use which formula. Because we have a lot of them, but you really need to read carefully to know which one to use. All right, then our last example, find the value of n when each exterior angle of a regular n-gon has a measure of. So this is now exterior angle. Here, it was interior angle. So for these problems, we're going to do 24n equals 360. Divide both sides by 24, and n is equal to 15. So this is a 15-sided shape. And here it's going to be 45n equals 360. Divide both sides by 45. N is equal to 8. So again, if you know these formulas and have your notes with you, it's not going to be that bad. But you really need to make sure you have your notes with you when you do your assignment so you can match up what problem with what example in our notes. So that's it for day 2. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like the video and subscribe.